Hello, I'm Christina. I'm a publishing recruitment consultant at Advertate, and I look after editorials and academic publishing.
So we're here today to answer some of your questions about the academic publishing market.
This was Academic Book Week, as you must know by now. So, well, let's start with something quite basic. So, what is academic publishing?
So academic publishing is any kind of publishing that is aimed at the academic market. So that's university students, academics, research academics, specialists in their fields. It can be textbooks, journals, monographs.
A large publisher doing journals and books. It could be part of a scientific society that does research.
You can divide academic publishing into humanities, STM, and other more discrete areas, but generally academic publishing is content that's published for the academic market. It will depend on the role, obviously, whether it's marketing or sales or editorial, but basically the same as for any other publishing role. Good to show some interest in the academic market, so whether that's through your own academic credentials or a work placement with an academic publisher, an article you've written for a journal, just some kind of understanding and engagement with the market will obviously be beneficial.
So just your passion for the sector that you want to work in, and any sort of work that you've done on that, that's really, really good, I think. Yeah, definitely. So that's a question we get quite often, and it is an issue that's worth addressing in this video. With the STM sector, it is most likely that you will require some sort of degree in life sciences, but that will depend on the publisher. So it's always worth, if you're applying for a role for us, and generally of course, to read through the advert and see if we are asking for a specific degree, if that is a necessity, or if it's something that is desirable. With humanities and social sciences, I don't think it's that essential.
No, maybe not such an issue.
Yeah.
I think what we probably haven't clarified is what STM stands for.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Should have
okay,
done
I
that.
just realised. That's scientific, technical and medical. If you were going into the medical side or say biological sciences, you may be asked for a life sciences background. If you were looking at publishing for the engineering market, they may prefer a physical sciences degree, an engineering qualification, or something on the physics side. Having said that, you don't necessarily need to only go for roles that reflect your academic background, and you can look at it on a case-by-case basis. There are plenty of editors in scientific publishing and technical publishing who have a different background in their own studies. The only thing to bear in mind is that you can sometimes reach a bit of a glass ceiling with certain specialist publishers. So for example, with society publishers, where you're working a lot with academics in the area, you sometimes can lose out on the top level roles if you don't have a strong academic background. It isn't always the case. With us, if you're working with us, we'll be able to tell you, give you a steer and let you know. I don't think it's ever impossible.
Yep.
It can be harder than moving within the area that you know and where you have experience. You may find a transition easier between, say, academic and professional publishing, or between humanities journals and scientific journals. Those may be transitions you can make with relative ease. Moving from academic publishing into trade books, consumer books, might be trickier. You may have to sacrifice on salary, or you may have to think of other ways of making that move. I think what we'll do is put together a blog post with some ideas on how to make a transition in your publishing career, because it's not impossible. but it's competitive out there.
Yeah.
And if you're competing with people who have the skills and the sector knowledge, you could be at a disadvantage.
I think it's good, just look at the experience necessary, and yes, if you're working, for example, in journals and you're looking to go into a different field that also encompasses journals, obviously that's going to be easier. But yes, some sectors are easier to move into than others. Well, thank you for joining us. We hope this academic book week was a blast, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Bye.
Bye.